Every ecologist person is waiting for having a greener planet and reduce all those indicators that generate pollution and that are present every day. I would like to recommend you some steps that could be able to reduce those indicators, and then are based on 4 steps: reduce, recycle, reuse, and refuse. And we are going to begin with the step of reducing. Well, reduce our consume could help us in order to not consume when we don't need it, or when really we don't need it, because a lot of contamination is generated by about those actions without prevention. We always don't consume the thing that we really need, and it will be better if we consider that all those resources, all that food or whatever it is that we don't consume and we ask for that, will always be part of the contamination, when the prevention action could be based on not consume that we really don't need it. Then the next step is reuse, and this is very helpful because when we reuse things that probably we think that could not helpful for us, we are helping because we are not generating contamination about this, and we are carefully about the environment. It will be better if we make some kind of garage sales, because in this way we are looking for actions that could be helpful for that things that we don't use, and we are lowering the levels of contamination for that reason. And then we can make those things reusable. I mean, to consider that those things can help us in order to resolve other problems that we have, and don't just wait all those things. And then in this way we are prevent the contamination about it. The third step is recycle. As we know, recycle is the action that classifies or get an order of the residuals or garbage that we have. As we know, also exists 4 basic steps or forms that we can classify the residuals. We have the plastic recycle, we have the sheet recycle, we have the beans recycle, and we have other common uses of recycles. And if we steal those steps carefully, we are helping to each kind of materials that we are recycle having a common end, and we can classify the process of elimination of the residuals, avoiding the contamination generated about it. Then the final step that I will tell you is refuse. Refuse is based or focused in 3 basic steps also, and for example, refuse products that create waste. If we are able to bring with us in a supermarket for our buys some kind of bags or containers that we have in our home, we can use it, because we are not using plastic bags that can create contamination, and we are helping for not generate. And then avoiding single-use products. We have to try to not just use a bag for just an individual product, and try to make groups for not abuse of the consumption of bags when really is not necessary. And finally, we have the refuse giveaways, that when a business person offers you an action or a bags of that are not really necessary, we can say no, we don't need it, and then avoid the contamination for that reason. As we could hear, there exist basic steps that are really important. We all apparently think that are not important, but when we act based on those steps, we really appreciate the importance that it has and the benefits that it could bring for our planet. As the topic says, looking for a greener planet is a labor of all and not of only person. But if we start for those basic steps, we can help. I hope you like this video, and thank you very much for your attention.